staying consistent. So yeah, I just thought I'd come on here and just give some random thoughts, like, you know, just to get things off my mind, maybe help somebody else with some motivation, maybe give myself some motivation while I'm speaking things into existence. So, yeah. Um, I think at this point in time in my life, I kind of get, oh, before I go into that, I did my hair, you guys. Because I know normally I come on here looking crazy, but I did my hair today. And so I'm not looking crazy. But this will stay up till, I'm trying to keep it up as long as possible. If I can get away with a month, it's going to be a month. But yeah, so I felt just like coming out here. I was watching Eat with Q, and she, if anybody watches Eat with Q, she um while she's doing her mukbang, she has a lot of inspirational things that she says, and I was just reflecting on things in my life that I probably need to change, because what she was saying is like, if things in your life do not fit you, then you need to change it, and change it without any um, you basically need to not care about what other people think, because you have to live your life for you. I'm just giving a like an overview of what I took away from what she was talking about. You have to live your life for you. You have to do what makes you happy, and you have to be free, feel free, and basically let your journey be your journey, and things that are in your life that is stopping you from reaching your ultimate goal of happiness needs to be removed. Now, mind you, it's easier said than done. I can attest to that, because within my life, I've been through ups and downs like everybody else, everybody struggles, hard times. I can honestly say I probably suffer from a little bit of depression, but in these times, who don't? The world can take a toll on you. That is for sure. The world can take a toll on you. It can bite deep down to the soul, to the root. I feel like it takes chunks out of you every time, every day you wake up. You know, and sometimes it's hard to see the beauty in things, or it's hard to focus on the little things. Uh, and like I said, to see, to focus on the little things and to capture those little happy times, those little happy moments is hard when you bombarded with other things that will just sometimes crush you. And so she was talking about how we need to just live for us and live for our own happiness, which is really true. Like, for me, my goal is to be an entrepreneur. And at 44, um, I kind of get depressed because I feel like I should have started this years ago, because I wanted to do it years ago. I just, fear. It was fear, judgment, um, fear of not succeeding. And that's that thing. Fear will cripple you. It will cripple you. And it will prevent you from doing a lot of things that you are destined to do, you know? And the fear of failing. But if you don't fail, you won't succeed, because in order to succeed, you got to hit the low points to know how to get back up and hit those high points, and I struggle with that. I still struggle with that. You know, financial issues are a big thing, and I know that's probably a big thing for a lot of us. A lot of us, especially now, And then my my thoughts is that people should not have to work hard for other people for the rest of their lives until they're too old to enjoy their life. Like, why should we have to work until we're like 60, 75, retire, and have maybe 20 years left to enjoy the rest of our lives, when for the majority of our life we spent making somebody else rich? That's my thought process. This is my thought process. This is why I prefer to be an entrepreneur than working in somebody's warehouse, somebody's restaurant, somebody's anything. And a lot of people, they have controversy over those thoughts because people feel like, well, if you don't work hard, then you're lazy. And that's not true. That's not true. Life doesn't allow you to be lazy. That's one thing I don't know why people use that line. Well, if you don't do this, then you're just lazy, blah, blah. Life doesn't allow anybody to be lazy. Life is too hard. It's a struggle to survive out here for anybody to be lazy. Everybody has their own path, and just because someone isn't walking a path that you feel people need to doesn't mean that they are being lazy. It's so many people who judge people in our society today. By whose standards? You judge people by a standard that is actually a myth. We all were taught to work hard and we will get our dreams, but some people work in warehouses all their life and they still retire living paycheck to paycheck. A lot of people aren't able to get houses, to afford to buy a house. And actually, majority of the people, fact, you may buy a house because you put down your 10%, 3%, 2%. But the house ain't yours. You know what I'm saying? The house isn't yours. The house isn't yours. The house belongs to the bank, because as soon as you miss that mortgage payment, just like missing rent to a landlord, they take it away from you. And it doesn't matter the percentage of what you put down on that house. That percentage is gone. That house is gone. And you're in debt because you still have to pay the bank back the money they lent to you for that house. You know what I'm saying? So our reality is a false reality in my world, in my mind, in my world, in my mind. What we were taught to believe is pure lies based on what the upper class need us to do or need us to be in order to keep them higher than us. This is my philosophy. You may not agree with my philosophy, but this is the way I think. And it's okay to think out the box, because long as you're in this box, you will always, or in my opinion, you always have this weight on you. We will always compete against each other, when at the end of the day, we all die. We all die. Nobody is immortal. Nobody is living on this earth forever. We get up, go to work, we pay our bills, we take care of our kids, we take care of our families, go to sleep, get up, go to work, pay our bills, it's repetitive, right? But this is what we were told, that this is what needs to happen, and not for our benefit, but to keep the wealthy wealthy, right? So the point of saying all that is that we need to break out of the mindset that was bestowed on us by schools, by our parents, because they were taught the same thing. And like the newer generation, you have millennials that are entrepreneurs. It's a lot of them. And then after millennial is what, Generation Z? Something. I don't know. But the younger, they're going to get out that mind frame too, because they're even, becoming entrepreneurs. Why work for somebody else when you can work for yourself and you can be happy doing what you love to do? And this is why I feel so torn, and I make myself so miserable sometimes, because you have to make money to take care of your family, to keep a roof over your head. Being an entrepreneur is nice, but within that, you have to survive, because that's the way the world is now. We have to survive. It's not even a standard of um, working to have the American dream. It's to the point now where we just have to survive. And so I think if we got out the mindset of being the worker bee, then maybe we could look at the beauty in the world. We could see the beauty. We could focus on ourselves. We could love ourselves more, because we're so much in a competition to get nowhere, basically. Because 90% of us, we are never going to make that 1%. We're never going to be up there with the 1%. So we're competing against nothing. We're competing against a ghost. And we lose ourselves. That's what it is. And the fear that's installed in us, if you don't go to work 8 hours a day, 40 days a week, then you're lazy, then you're living off the government, then you're doing this, then you're doing that, is what we, the lower class, harass each other about. And this puts a stigma on people, and it makes them become fearful of stepping outside of this box and and being who we want to be instead of who we're supposed to be. If any of this is making sense, you guys, if any of it is making sense, what I'm saying is we have to live for ourselves. And I think about it all the time. Sometimes it does depress me, because there is so much of a idea of where you need to be at a certain age. And I myself get caught up in the fact that, I'm 44, finna be 45. I don't have a house. I don't have the latest car. I don't have the latest phone, which is all materialistic things. If I did have this stuff, would I be happy? I don't know. Or would I have a whole bunch of other problems? But I know one thing for sure is that I don't want to live the norm. I don't want to be in the norm. I want to be outside the box. I want to work for myself. I want to live my life. I want to travel. I want to do all the things that the upper class do, but in my own lane. I don't want to have to spend the rest of my life working for somebody else, making them happy, or feeling like at this age I'm supposed to be somewhere else. I'm supposed to have certain things. I'm supposed to do this by somebody else's standard who has installed this into my head. As a child, my parents, their parents, but at the end game is never for us to reach a goal. The end game is always for us to stay at the bottom and provide income for the upper class, you know? So, tying it back all together, I feel like for anybody who struggles like me, who has these conflicting thoughts in their head, somebody who feels like, they're not where they're supposed to be in life, just take a step back and think about what you actually want to do in life instead of what you say that, what society tells you that you're supposed to be doing, that you're supposed to have, that you should want, la da 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 da, you know? And I think that it's time for you just to make changes that will help you get on a journey where you want to be, not where you need to be, where you want to be. On a journey where you wake up and you're happy. You're happy to be doing what you're doing. You're happy to be around the people that you are around. You're happy to be in the skin that you're in. You're happy just to be happy, you know. And I think that's where, you know, everybody's journey needs to end in happiness, So, like Q was saying, like, if you have a job that you hate, why are you there? Make changes of choosing a different job. If you have people that are around you that are not benefiting you, why are they around? For you, because you feel like you need to make sure people are happy, it makes you unhappy, especially for these jobs. Like, if you died off tomorrow, they'll replace you the next day. So never overwork for a job that is not benefiting you directly. Not benefiting you directly. And that's for me. I have quit so many jobs. I'm not going to even lie. I'm keeping it all the way 100. I have quit so many freaking jobs. If I felt like the job was getting too stressful for me, I have quit it. And I have quit it to a point where I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to make this money? How am I going to pay these bills? But listen, the universe makes ways for you. You just have to believe in yourself and believe in the goal that you're going after. And, you know, and you have to come to grips to feel like, to answer the question, is it worth it? That's what it is. Is it worth it? Is what you're doing in your life right now worth it? Is it going to complement your end game? Are you happy right now? Or are you waking up going to a job that sucks behind and you just can't stand it? It's making you miserable. I've done it. I've worked at jobs that I just hated going to. I mean, to the point where I wanted to cry. Like, and it should never be that way. Why should it be that way? Why should we have to work so hard and bring home money that hardly pays the bills? Hardly pays the bills. They only give us enough to live paycheck to paycheck. So, you know, thing is, whatever changes you need to make in life, and I'm also listening to my own words and I'm putting it out into the universe, only make changes that will benefit you and your journey. Let it be positive. Let it be prosperous. Let it be wealth. Let it be love. Let it be happiness. Let it be everything that you want it to be. Bring positivity into your life and release anything negative that does not benefit you. And that is all I got for today. So this was kind of long. I'm sorry, you guys. And if some things didn't make sense, I hope you get the overall picture of what I'm talking about. If I was talking about something and it led off to something else, I hope you got the overall picture of what I was trying to say, you guys. So I'll talk to you guys later, and stay positive, love in your heart, and be on your own journey. Peace.